Hey everyone, welcome back to Staying Strong for Marriages. Great to have you. Hey, we have some music coming at us today from your January letter. It's a guy that I used to know from when I was doing some youth ministry. He's grown now, and I just thought it'd be nice to feature his work as part of the channel. If you have an online business or something that you want to do, I mean, I should probably charge people money to do this, but I'll just say, we're kind of a tight-knit community, and I really believe in what we're trying to do. I'm happy to feature, give a little shout out to your business, try to help you guys out. We are in the middle of a recession. So if you're new to Staying Strong for Marriages, basically trying to make a case for marriage. A lot of data that says that marriage is on a slide in many nations. I'm an American, but Canada, UK, a lot of English-speaking world really seeing a slide. We'll look at some of that stuff. I do make a lot of assumptions based on Christianity, but not only Christianity. I try to look at demographic data, and I do also try to look at some academic research in order to try to see what's going on. Just some of the big things that are coming up against relationships. And I want you guys to be successful. Many of us have gone through divorces, and we know how rough it is. I've definitely looked at data that says, what happens with kids. I have on the screen a guy that, one of the subscribers sent me this message. They said, hey, there's this video that came out, this guy named Kibbe. He's giving this testimony about divorce and remarriage. And so I click on the screen, it's immediately this guy. This is Finny Kuravilla. He's out of Boston. They have a channel called Followers of the Way. And I really, really like Finny. In fact, I covered him in a 2020 it was like top 5 best videos for marriage restoration for 2020. So he made it to my top 5 list. So as soon as I saw Finny, I said, okay, now we're talking. So this is the interview with Brian. You can see it's called Testimony of Divorce and Remarriage, Brian Kibbe, 2 B's. And you see Finny here. Followers of the Way is their channel, and they've seen some decent growth since about 12 months ago. So very, very cool. It's very, very interesting. I want to start off here because I know a lot of people don't make it to the end of the video. It's encouraging. It's about 30 minutes long, and it's a story that I've never really heard before. Often people say, it's nice to see a guy standing or a guy involved in marriage permanence, and so many women are into it. And so one, you see the gentleman sitting here, Brian, on the left. And the other thing is, there was kids involved in their story, and it wasn't some just total awful nightmare. It was interesting, and I won't spoil it for you, but I think you will find it very encouraging. He's a cool operator. It's not like he's like in crisis or stressed out. He firmly believes, you can tell, in the decision that he made, his view of the scriptures, he acted on it, and he doesn't seem to have any regrets. So I'll leave it there, and you guys can check it out as you like. Now, this is a nice site we've looked at before. It's Our World in Data, and they do all kinds of economic data or just social data. This is 1960 to 2018, and I just want to start with some of the major countries that we're looking at here. So this is the United States, the trends. We have Canada here. Where is Canada? Oh, Canada. Similar type of kind of trend, downtrend. In the UK, who else? American Samoa, UAE, Italy, South Africa. Not much data from them. Australia, a lot of English speakers out in Australia. How are y'all? Japan, heart of my heart, really love that place. South Korea, a lot of Christians in South Korea. Puerto Rico, Bahrain, USA. Cyprus, little island nation in the Mediterranean Sea. Egypt, kind of long. Kind of old data here, missing some years from Russia. Jordan, cut off about 2002, maybe Syria, probably cut off at the beginning of the war. So just, something to be aware of. One of the things that I want to jump over now and look at is probably in your country, wherever you are. In America, we have the CDC, Center for Disease Control and Prevention. They put out some numbers, which I really like. It's so nice when they have data on just. So as you can see on the screen, this is 2018 data, so a couple years old, but basically tracking from 2014 as the jumping off year to 2018. Chlamydia up 19%, gonorrhea up 63%, syphilis up 71%, and cases of syphilis among newborns up 185%. I only say that because, I know that people are in a weakened state. We feel a great deal of rejection, and, may want to go out, and oftentimes people, just start dating, things get physical, and I'm just trying to, I just want to watch out for people. I don't want to see people get hurt. The other thing is the opioid data analysis. That this comes from the CDC as well. And it's just something to think about because, we're in the middle of a recession and things are really rough. A lot of unemployment, just a lot of tough things. So the graph I want to start here with, the purple line is the drug overdose deaths of all intents. So whether it's, intentional death or not, about 20, maybe 2%. This dotted line is people that it was unintentional death. So I had someone call me and they're like, look, I'm taking Xanax, I'm drinking a lot. And it's like, ugh, they're saying stuff, like the Grim Reaper doesn't want me. And I'm like, Jesus wants you? Like, don't, give me a break. Like, don't, I probably didn't even handle it right. I don't know, but it's just like, don't talk like that, please. Like, I believe in you. I'm cheering for you. I'm praying for you. Like, don't get into some mess like that. Please, 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 please. You're too cool of a dude, And I haven't seen this guy in a while, but he is a cool dude. He's very talented. He's got a lot of natural leadership abilities, and he's just stuck, And it's not just him only, it's a lot of people. So just, something to be aware of. One of the reasons I've looked into this is because you guys know I if you've watched the channel for very long, I have another channel on stock market investing, and there's this company called Adamas Pharmaceutical. Many people are talking about, oh, we need the epinephrine injections if we had a bad reaction to the vaccine. You've seen some of those stories out of Norway or whatever. Well, Adamas is basically, they had a hold put on this, but it should be coming out soon. Zimhi. It's the drug Naloxone. Maybe just something to have on hand if, you have a loved one, a son or a daughter. Maybe if you struggle with it, I don't know, I hope that that's not the case for anybody that's viewing these things, but maybe it's something to know about. Anyway, it's basically it's a high dose injection, basically in order to stop opioid overdose. And so they should be rolling it out soon, and that's something to just kind of be aware of. But long story short, and the gist of what I want to get at was this gentleman, Brian's testimony. It is very good. I will be trying to do some, I hope I didn't offend anybody with the, looking at, feminism and, how should we think about it? Is it compatible with Christianity? I'm definitely going to be looking at someone else, a secular writer. I know a lot of people do not want to hear perspectives on feminism from a middle-aged guy, but there is a woman, Karen, who is... she's just very well respected. She has millions of views, and some schools are even using her content in the college classrooms on gender studies and things like this. She's not a big fan of feminism at all. She basically argues against it, but she's not a Christian. She's an atheist, and so it's a fresh thing that I think I hear a lot of guys saying, "Man, this is a big problem." I don't know if, like I said, maybe women don't want to hear that stuff, but I do think it is something that we got to look at. Because long and short, I don't know. I guess we ultimately want to be successful and do what God wants us to do, have something smart to say. I'm actually a little bit on my heels because I don't feel like anybody wants to hear some, like I said, middle-aged white guy talk about feminism or critique it. But it's like, hey, it's a real thing. It's an issue. Why do pastors not talk about it? I don't know. If I was a woman, would I embrace it? I guess I probably would. I would see that I would at least be interested in it or see some upside for it. So something to look at in the future. But anyways, check this out. I think you'll very much find it encouraging to see how he thought through it with his wife, how they handled it with their kids. Hey, by the way, we're having some people getting their comments voided out or deleted, not by me. So if that happens to you, I guess we're in this new digital age. We're in a new social media era where everything is going to be monitored, and I don't know if it's going to be controlled or doxxed, or I don't know what's going to happen with this. I'm hoping to one day be able to monetize this channel. I'm not quite there yet. So yeah, we have a PayPal and a Patreon page if you want to support. Man, you totally can. You're more than welcome. I would appreciate it. It'd be a good encouraging boost. And I think that's it. Let me know if you have any other ideas. I'm still going to try to get to that pronoun issue that people have been talking about. What's going on with those pronouns? Do the verses that we see in the New Testament apply equally to men and women? I've seen some people use that as basically an argument for polygamy. Man, I'm just finding all this new stuff doing this channel. Things I've never heard people say before, never things that I've read about or come across. So that's all in the works, but just one video. That's all I have for you guys for now. Hope you're doing great.